Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw, editorial director at TigerFitness.com and Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO. Got a great question today about peaking for powerlifting meets. I'm going to get into that question here shortly. Before I do, guys, if you have a question, this is hashtag AskBHUD, the big hairy ugly dude. You can check out the information below. Head over to Twitter or Instagram, post your question along with the hashtag AskBHUD, or head over to my Facebook fan page. I try to turn as many of these questions as I can into videos. Now, this question is from Instagram, from Ozzy.cm. He says, yo, big hairy ugly dude. Yo, what's up, big hairy ugly dude? Can you explain peaking for a powerlifting meet in one of your videos? Yes, I can, and this is the video. So, here's how I like to give a basic primer to off-season and peaking for powerlifting. This isn't the only way to do things. This isn't the only way to do things. This is a solid way to do things. This is a reasonable way to do things. This is not the only way to do things. So, if you're a powerlifter, or someone who wants to dabble with powerlifting, try powerlifting meets, I recommend having an off-season period where you're doing a little bit more rep work, 5 to 12 reps per set, but you're still pushing for progression, still pushing for strength increases. So you have an off-season where you're doing a little bit more volume work, pushing for progression, and then you have a peaking period. Now, how long does this off-season need to be? How long does this peaking period need to be? It depends. It depends. It can vary. You can have an off season of 8 to 12 or 8 to 16 weeks, and you can have a peaking of 8 to 12 or 8 to 16 weeks. Generally, 8 to 12 for both is a good way to go. Now, during your off season, you're not going to be doing a lot of heavy weight, meaning you're going to be using 5 reps or more per set. So you're going to be building muscle in, about the 80 to 82.5% of your 1 rep max range maximum. You're not going to be doing a lot of intense work, meaning intensity relative to your 1 rep max. When you enter that peaking period, what you're going to do is you're going to start out this is just a generalization, but with on squats, bench, and deadlifts, about 80% of your 1 rep max. So you're going to be doing a certain set and rep amount during that period of time. What's going to happen as you peak over the 8 to 12 week period is that you're going to be using heavier and heavier and heavier weight. But as you use heavier and heavier and heavier weight, a couple things are going to occur with your programming. Number one, you're going to be using fewer sets and reps. If you say start out with a 5x5 at 80% of bench or squats, 12 weeks out or 8 weeks out, and you ramp up to 100%, you're not going to be doing a 5x5 at the end. You might be doing 1 set of 1 rep or 2 sets of 1 rep at 100% of your old 1 rep max. So as the intensity increases, or the percentage, the weight relative to your old 1 rep max, the heaviness increases, you're going to be doing fewer sets and fewer reps. So there's a transition period. You're going heavier, but you're doing fewer sets and reps. You might be starting at a 5x5 with 80% and moving up to a 2-set-by-1 with 100% or whatever. There's a billion, zillion, gazillion ways to transition. But that's the first part you need to understand during peaking, is that you're going to start and you're going to get heavier over those 8 to 12 week period. As you do so, your assistance work is going to be more bodybuilding-ish in the sense that you're going to be working. You might have a heavier backup exercise, maybe with 3 rep sets or 5 rep sets. But after that, you're going to be doing more conventional progression, where you're going to be working with the 5 to 12 rep range on most sets. And you're still going to be pushing for progression on your assistance exercises. Now, as you get closer to that meet or that goal or that peak that you're trying to hit, you want to back off the volume of assistance work. And you might back off the intensity, meaning that this is an intensity relative to your 1 rep max, but you might not continue to push every set for as many reps as possible. So say you're doing a 10-week peak or an 8-week peak. About 4 weeks in, you might drop a set per assistance exercise, okay? With about 2 weeks left, you might drop your assistance work to 1 set per exercise. So you're decreasing the volume, and about halfway through, you discontinue pushing sets for as many reps as possible, and you just kind of go in a holding pattern strength-wise. Here's why you're doing that. You're fatigued. You're training heavy. You want to allow some of that fatigue to rescind. Plus, you don't want to beat up your body. You want to kind of cruise in, maintain your strength, and you want to peak, letting some of your injuries heal, letting some of that fatigue go away, rescind. So you're going to back off the volume a little bit, back off the assistance work volume like the last 4 weeks as you cruise in. Not push your body so hard on the assistance work. At that point, your assistance work at about 4 to 5 weeks out, you're not going to be building any more strength anymore. You want to cruise in. You don't want to push things. You don't want to beat the heck out of your joints. You want to peak, allow some of that fatigue to rescind, allow some of those joint aches and pains to rescind, and then kind of cruise in and peak on your strength as you're reducing the sets and reps. So I hope that made some sense. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, hit up my information below. If you've made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.